You'll never believe this, but I'm turkey hunting. I'm in Vermont. At the moment, I left New York this morning after I killed my bird. Got to spend some time with him. Spent a little bit of time with the nice old lady that let me, that gave me permission. She was very excited for me. So I drove across to Vermont. I wasn't planning on hunting Vermont, but I have 2 days left to hunt until I need to get back. And really the season will be over on Friday, and Thursday's my last day. So 2 days. Figured why not? I'll come to Vermont. If you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you might remember that I think 3 years ago now, Vermont whooped me up and down for like 5 or 6 days. Just whooped me. Never even came close to killing a bird. So I came to a completely different part of the state. And I'll be honest with you, it was raining for most of the day. And I just did a lot of driving, hoping to spot something. Drop some pins and then maybe get some access. Or I was sticking around near some public. I never saw anything but hens, and not that many of them. So, I was down in the lowlands and wasn't seeing anything, so now I've come up a little bit higher into the mountains. More importantly, right now, I need to find somewhere to sleep. So, that's what I'm working on at the moment. I'll see y'all in the morning. Good news, it's windy and rainy this morning. This is not ideal gobbling conditions. But I just looked at the weather. The weather is supposed to improve as the day goes on. And then tomorrow's supposed to be beautiful. And it's getting colder throughout the day. Tomorrow morning's going to be like 41 degrees and clear and no wind. Here, anyways. So I get the feeling that I'm just going to be wasting some fuel today driving around looking, because I don't know that anything's going to be gobbling that good this morning. But I'm going to try anyways. I'm going to go to a few of these high points I had picked out and see if one does want to gobble. Not a lot to talk about. It finally stopped raining an hour or two ago. I've been doing some walking and calling, some driving and calling. Did a whole lot of field checking this morning. Some beautiful country. I mean, absolutely beautiful. There should be turkeys crawling all over the place. We'll keep plugging away at it. Man, what an uneventful day in Vermont. So, I'm leaving here. I'm going to a different part of the state. I'm just hoping tomorrow, I looked at the weather for where I'm going. It's supposed to be good. Humid in the morning, but at least tomorrow's going to be clear. No wind. Little wind. And sunny, so it's going to take me a couple hours to get there, and then I get to poke around for a little bit and see if I can pick a spot to start in the morning. Alright, well, I relocated pretty good ways away, a different part of the state. I just took some time today, took some time to myself, and made some lunch, and really just took some time to enjoy the scenery, because Vermont is not lacking in scenery. I'm gonna climb up there real quick, and I'm gonna owl hoot here, and then I'm gonna try to get around to the other side before dark and owl hoot there, and see if I can get anything to gobble tonight. If not, I'm just gonna probably start here in the morning, and then go to all those spots that I'd found earlier today, spots to listen from. Hopefully something's gobbling. A couple weeks out of the mountains and I'm out of shape again. I got on a deer trail and it took me right straight up the top. I wasn't planning on coming all the way to the top, but oh. Woo, 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 woo. I turned this camera on because I just busted my butt back there trying to come down this thing. And I figured if I do it again, might as well have the camera rolling, you know? Some steep country here. Woo, 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 woo. We're winging it in the morning, like usual. I don't know. I'm gonna find a place to sleep and just probably spend the next few hours of my life looking at on X and trying to figure out what I'm gonna do in the morning. I'll see y'all then. Woo! Woo, 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 woo. Rain and wind again. Seems to be the trend for this trip. All right, it's been raining again all morning. I've been doing some driving. I've seen a couple hens out. I just now saw a small flock of turkeys. Look like 3 male turkeys, I think, and 2 female turkeys, and one of the turkeys turned sideways and he had a swinging beard. Didn't look super long, but it wasn't a sticky outie, it was a hangy downy. So that's the best thing that I've got to go on right now. I'm looking at the map trying to figure out how to get over there. Unfortunately, it's probably going to be GoPro footage because it's still raining, so I'm not going to bring this camera, but we'll see if we can't make something happen. Alright, I've picked them back up. They're way on the other side of this field, kind of working that tree line over there, going to the right. Trying to figure out how to get over there, crossing this field without them seeing me. There's this ditch right in front of me. I don't know what it looks like, but I might just try to get in that ditch and scoot over to their side of the field and just kind of get in front of them. They've actually turned. Looks like they might be headed right my direction. Now they turn back to the right. Alright. They're up in front of me about 70 yards. Is for sure an adult gobbler. I was just watching him, he pops strut and he's got a full tail fan. They might all be adults. Maybe it's because they're wet. But one of them definitely looked like he had a longer beard. And one of them, his head is white.
nastiness is supposed to blow out of here at some point this morning. I'm thinking if the sun could pop out just a little bit, they'd be feeling themselves, and then I would be fine calling to them. They just don't really look callable right now, if you know what I mean. They were definitely in range before. They were probably like 45. I'd like them to be closer. And I would have had to take the shot, like coming up on my knees, and I was already shaking so bad. Now where I'm sitting now, I can lay down and shoot. I'd feel better about that. They're just standing over there. 3 gobblers in hand. Just standing. Looking wet and soggy. They've gotten a good bit farther away. I'm just gonna try some soft yelping. Face it the other direction. And peek back up there and look and see if they have any interest at all. Not one of them even put their head up at all. They're only 150 yards away. I know they can hear me. They might be starting to work back this way. Alright, I was watching them in binoculars, and I watched then turn around and walk into the woods and walk away from them. And then I yelped at them, and they all put their heads up, and the last time I saw them, they were walking this way, just slowly feeding. They cut back to the right. They went over to that edge. Like they're 60, 65. I'm hoping as they come up this field, they'll get more into the middle of it and away from that edge. They're definitely looking for me though. careful. There's a lot of eyes. I keep looking over here. They're in range. But as long as they're faced towards me, I'm gonna let them keep going. I need them to separate a little bit too. There's 3 Longbeards and 1 Jake. The Jake is kind of off by himself. The 3 Longbeards are together, like right in a ball. Oh my God. I am shaking like a damn leaf. I'm trying to let those other 2 Longbeards get out of the field. Unbelievable. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is a fine 2-year-old turkey. I'm at a loss for words.
Two things. I am sorry about the footage. I hope I had enough of me explaining what was going on. I mean, that whole process took hours from the time I saw him. Hours. Oh. My heart was beating hard for so long, I felt like I was going to throw up. Oh my gosh. This is, for sure, the last trigger pull. No doubt about it. Tomorrow is the last day of the season. Tomorrow's May 31st. I have to work tomorrow. So today was going to be my last day. If you guys watch any of my videos, you know that I normally get pretty wound up when I shoot one. I got a lot of adrenaline pumping, and I'm not afraid to show it. This one, I mean, you can tell I'm wound up, but when you get to the end of the season, there's really I don't know how to explain it. It's a sadness almost, like it's not sadness. I guess it is. I mean, my season is now over. With that one shot, my season was over. I wish, or I'm glad, I didn't shoot them when I first saw them, even though, I thought, well, they might be in range, I'm glad I was patient and just waited them out. I mean, I knew this is like a cut wheat field or something. There's a couple other fields. It just looked like they weren't in a hurry to go anywhere. If they had gone somewhere else, I could have moved on them, but the best thing that happened, they finally lost that hen. When I was calling to them and they still had that hen, not one of them even put their heads up. The hen didn't pay attention to me, and I know they could hear me. They were only 150, 200 at the most. I was watching in binoculars, that hen just walked away from the group, and then she tucked in the woods and walked away. And I yelped right then on the mouth call, and kind of fixed their wings, and they all turned and started feeding this way. And I just yelped at them a couple times to kind of keep them, you know, they'd like slow up and start to veer off, and then I'd yelp and they'd keep coming. Y'all want to take a look at him? He's pretty. I mean, you don't get much more of a 2-year-old spur than that. I'm glad he didn't get too wet. I'm not doing a good job of this here. This is what got him killed over his brothers. He just had a longer, fuller beard than the rest of them. Gosh almighty, man. I am absolutely filthy. I am covered in dirt. I'm soaking wet. Worth every second. The more I do this, every bird starts to feel different. Like, it wasn't that many years ago, I was just, you know, the kill was everything. Like, you wanted to kill the turkey to be successful. It's like a whole different feeling now. It's sort of remorse. I don't know the right word for it. I guess I'll never know the right word for it, but undeserving, I think, is the best. I for sure am undeserving of this creature, of this critter that I love so much. I'm definitely undeserving of the success I've had this season. I mean, I've been blessed. For anybody interested, this is not really my thing, but this is Vermont. He makes state number 25, and that was 8 new states this year. I mean, that's by far the best season I've had, numbers wise, but also, I mean, I got to see just about every part of this country. I got to see some wild stuff this year. Got to see a lot of turkeys. I spent a lot of time in the woods this year. A lot. Almost every morning. From end of March, when I started scouting, I think there's been 5 or 6 mornings since late March that I have not watched the sunrise from the turkey woods. Now, a lot of those were just to go out to listen. Some of them were like quick hunts before work, like an hour. You know, I got one off the roost, I'd get him and then go to work. But I made it a point to just be out listening to gobbling as much as I could. That's my goal every year, is to just spend more time out here.